Of good dawning, and welcome everybody. My name's Josh. Mr. Floyd is my handle. My name's Josh. Welcome to our universe. How are we doing this dawning? Happy hump day. Mike. What day is it, Mike? It is hump day. There we go. It's like the last time I saw commercials was back when Mike was actually the commercial on TV, right? So welcome everybody. 7:33, Seeker of Truth, Shelley. Hope Neil, Big Dad, had an amazing birthday favor. And yeah, let's see who we have in the chat. Millie, good dawning. We are grateful for you. And thank you. All right, yes, it's time to crank that up just a little bit here. All right, so if you want a one-on-one session, I am open for business. If you know what we do here, we channel. I'm a Cancer, so what does that mean? I'm a natural therapist too. I see your threads, I see my threads, I see larger threads incredibly well. I read tea leaves, and not literally, but I can, if you know the term, right? I can see the tea leaves, right? If you want tea leaves, go to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. She's pretty good. Ula Tea Leaf Readings, or if you want an actual tea leaf reading, but you get the idea. So if you are interested in a one-on-one session with Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess, Mother Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and more, send me an email. We're working on getting this automated, and it's time to crank that up. Mr. Floyd channelings. Mr. Floyd's Universe. There we go. Mr. Floyd's Universe with an send me an email at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. There we go. Almost forgot my email address there. But yeah, grateful for you all today. Grateful for everybody who is here. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you're new here. Thank you. I love you. If you are watching in replay or rewind as well, thank you for you're taking your time to watch me, and that blows my mind. So thank you. I am grateful. All right, before we get started here, we're going to do a couple things differently today. First, we're going to move the coffee out of the way. You'll see why in a moment. We can put coffee in bad spaces there. All right, so we are going to a little Florida water for you guys. There we go. Just a little Florida water to spray things off, mist things up. A little touch with the feather. All right, a little white feather, which I keep behind the phone here as we do the show here. But we'll move the coffee out of the way because there's nothing worse than having Florida water flavored coffee, right? You don't want to drink your Florida water, but if you do have Florida water around, it's always a good thing to spray before to clean the energies and whatnot. Victor, thank you for a fantastic truth wave today. I was in and out of the chat, mostly out getting ready, but it's the most peaceful thing in the world to have on while you're getting ready for a good dawning. So good way to wake up. It's truth wave energy meditation every day at 9:45. Really starts at 10 or at 9:45 in the evening or the dawning. We 15 minutes of chat there, but good stuff there, Victor. Thank you. All right, so today we're going to work with the Divine Masters. Oh, there we go. The Divine Masters deck by Kyle Gray. I'd show you the box, but it's all smeared up. I don't know what happened to the ink at Hay House there, but and there's no humidity, so it's dry as a bone in here. We're also going to work with the adventuring, breathing. I've had breathing issues the past few days. It's clearing, and I'm grateful. So yeah, we're going to work with the adventuring. That helps to clear the lungs, also give you adventure in your universe, and it also helps to bring in abundance. So we're going to work with adventuring today as well, and yeah. So hopefully you guys had a great evening there, and PG, good dawning as well, and so yeah. Let's start with today's mantra. And today's mantra is going to be, I breathe easy. Plain and simple. I breathe easy. And that means everything, right? We take our universe so serious. We make it so hard. Just breathe easy, right? Let it all happen. We try to create stuff. We try to fight stuff. If you're fighting something in your universe, it's not usually meant to be. If it doesn't come in smooth and generally ease, with grace and ease, right? If you've got to sit there and grapple at it, rip, connive, make contingencies, swing energy to, move things, shuffle all kinds of stuff, generally it's not that you're trying to create instead of it. You're trying to push your universe instead of the universe creating for you, right? So, yeah, so I breathe easy today. Can you breathe easy? That's the question. And Mikael last night, definitely. If you watched last night there on Laura B, thank you. Laura B did tarot and oracle last night. So Mikael, breathe easy. That's part of why we're doing it. But yeah, so if you didn't catch last night with Laura B, definitely do so. Her energetics are amazing. If you, nothing else, there is always something there for you. You're like, why would I watch somebody else's tarot reading? Because she has an amazing group read that's still, whenever you see it, it's available to you. And she does an amazing pick a card at the end. So if nothing else, watch first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes, and you can get an amazing reading there from Laura B. The pick a card was fire. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. Fire. So definitely check that out as well. And grateful. All right, guys, let's remember, breathe easy today. Let's work with the Divine Masters and see what divinity they have for us. Blindly inspire Krista. I'm not like opening up YouTube to see Krista posting a wonderful picture of Ganesh. There's nothing more beautiful than Ganesh in the dawning. And I do mantras to Ganesh generally on the daily. And it has made a big difference in my life. As you can see, I'm sitting here, right? Ganesh will heal your sacral and your root chakra and your sacral chakras. If you are uncreative in your universe, if you have creative blocks, highly recommend working with Ganesh. Ganesh is the healer of those blocks and will get you going there. All right, so let's cut these into 3. Un, deux, trois, and see what we get for today. All right, so energetics, and these have been shuffled. I've been shuffling the heck out of these. I'm going to take the bottom one out for what we want to do today, right? And then you top 3 cards for energetics. Fatima, good dawning. Good dawning. And of course, I love what Victor does at the end there with the scroll and all that. I don't have I guess the internet intelligence enough to do that yet. I don't know how he does it, but either way there, he scrolls everybody's channels. So check out Fatima's channel. If you want to put your channels in the chat there, I would be grateful. I'm sure you would too. All right, so today's card, Fatima hangs with John there, her brother, and does just real life videos. And sometimes it's just nice to see real life, right? No agenda, nobody pushing anything, nobody talking about, sometimes you're like, all right, I'm spiritual, I'm good. And then you just want to see something like just human, right? And that's Fatima. It's amazing because it's real chill. All right, Trista, good dawning as well. All right, we can do this. Community moderation, participation, subscribers. Poof. All right, so we fixed that. All right, put it in subscriber mode there, so that should fix that. And I also need to chat filters, all messages. Ding, there we go. All right, we can do that. Thank you. All right, so today's card is Green Tara. Green Tara has been around us for a while. She's part of our family here. So Green Tara, healing light, wellness unfolding. And that's literally the case in my universe. Is my couple of days of sick, and I've been sick in like 10 years, is driving through. I never got COVID, never dealt with any of that. It was like, what COVID? Why are people getting sick? I had no idea. Well, we do now, but nonetheless, wellness unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. Healing doesn't mean like from my cold, bronchitis, whatever it was. It also means healing your heart, right? Healing your traumas, and it is a journey. But I don't know about you, but just over the past 72 hours, there's been a tremendously large shift inside myself. And part of the healing, harder part of the healing journey is actually coming into the second phase where you have to shift yourself, and there's nobody to do it but you. The dark night of the soul comes on its own, but the shift has to happen from you. And that's getting sick there, grounding myself and whatnot. It's happening on its own there. So thank you, Green Tara. All right. So in order to achieve wellness unfolding and stepping into your healing journey, Lady Venus, right? Not the Razor or I'm Your Venus, the song. Call to action. Power surge each mission. So Lady Venus is coming in. A call to action. The power surge. Scotty, good dawning. Love you, brother. And each mission there. So yeah. All right. So light activation. So activate your light. And that makes sense if you're healing light, right? From Green Tara. So light activation. So activate your light. All right. We've had all of these guys have been here before. It's noticed there's so many. How many cards are here? How many cards haven't we seen? And how many do we continually see? Keep mind of those who we continually come into our frame, guys, because those are the sources, the energies that want to work with us. Serapis Bay, we've had him multiple times. Serapis Bay. Paradigm shift. which I could almost say I'm going through right now, a paradigm shift. Activation to grow, make the necessary change. So from your end, it's calling you to action, right? And then it's calling you to activation as well. So paradigm shift. There you go. Finally, Das Buddha, right? The thin Buddha, right? Buddha. Remember, always rub a Buddha belly 3 times, right? Das Buddha. The Buddha. Buddha. There you go. That's thin Buddha, but not happy. But heightened awareness. It's moving though. Did you hear that? It's an active cough, so we're in much better space. The phlegm is broken up. We got the humidifiers going here. So all right, Buddha. Heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world. Apologize for the cough there, guys. If there's going to be an extended cough, I will put my finger up and reach for the mute button. And there we go. All right. So heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world. So if you're seeing wellness, all these cards match together here. If you're seeing wellness unfolding, know that it is your journey. So we're asking you to find your healing light today. And then to do that, we're asking you to activate your light, which would make the most sense, right? If you're looking for healing light, you got to activate it first, right? So healing light, light activation, call to action, power surge on your earth mission. What is your mission? Do you know what your higher purpose is? I'm in my Dharma right now. What is your Dharma? What are you here to do? I'm here to channel and to help others create their universe. What are you here to do? Just knowing that blows my mind, because you know how many years I sat here literally screaming, what am I here for? What? Remember like the end of the Barbie movie? I had to sit through the Barbie movie and I was really in a rough spot. And then the song comes on, what am I made for? And it's like, geez. And I start crying. And yeah, so what are you made for? All right, Serapis Bay. All right. Maybe you see something in the Serapis Bay. That's a pretty, yeah, there you go. So check that out for a moment. And then paradigm shift. So healing light activation would lead to what? A paradigm shift, would it not? So step into that paradigm shift, activation to grow, and then finally Buddha. And of course, if you're having a healing light activation, and a paradigm shift, you're going to have a heightened awareness as well. So step into all of that today. Find out why you are here. What is your Dharma, right? The healing light. Step into Lao Green Tara to give you that healing light. And heal it all. Don't just let it all heal. Just give it all. Be done. Just I give it up. Take it. It's all yours. I give it away. Who wants to hold it around anyways? Scotty is my, here comes my hero. Scotty, watch him as he comes. There we go. All right. Blindly Inspired is calling Scotty. All right. Scotty's my hero too. He eats pie. Scotty likes pie. So anybody who eats pie all day long would be my hero. I wonder if you could do that, right? Have a whole diet of just pie. You could eat like pie all the time. I wonder if you could make a healthy way to do that. All right. So we got always keep something around here. It's calming as well. I have this is Peach Moonstone from Chloe's Crystals. And if you are, and it was last night from Laura, she's got a humongous sodalite pillar. This is a really small sodalite pillar, and not as gorgeous as her humongous sodalite pillar. It looks like 4 feet tall. But yeah, I always keep this on the table as well. If you're ever doing any, if you ever have to go live on YouTube or stand in front of a podium, we will do this way. You don't ever want to really generate the flat end of a stone. If you have a pointed end versus a flat end is dull energy, and you never really want to point it at somebody, at least a flat end of a stone. I'm not pointing it directly at you guys, but you always want to use the pointed end because that's the energetic end, right? This is the dead energy end of a stone. So Nathan, good dawning as well. We love you, brother, and it hopefully your universe is you see your universe is calm, peaceful, and amazing there. All right, so yeah, so how are we doing today? Yesterday was pretty awesome. Everybody had an amazing day. We'll slow things down a little bit in this show here. Pie, yeah, right. Every time I see pie in the chat, it's like Homer Simpson, right? Pie, right? Pie is my hero. All right, so everybody put in the chat we go have a pie day. You're gonna see me in one day in Good Dawning, and I'll just be sitting here eating pie, right? So everybody put your favorite pie in the chat there. What a divine story, confirmation, and activation for me, Josh. Thank you. Oh, no, thank you, Krista, really. Waking up to see Krista's post with Ganesh was perfect because a lot of reasons, in a lot of ways, I can't specifically state, but I don't know how much I'd be sitting here if it wasn't for working with Ganesh. Here's a little story for you. Story time with Mr. Floyd. I started doing divination with Ganesh, right? I may have stated this before. If I did, just smack me. But I started doing divination with Ganesh. I get these new neighbors that move in downstairs, and you can hear them yelling and stuff, but you wouldn't think what was about to happen. So I come home one day, and I've been working, with Ganesh now probably for a couple of months. And so I come home, and north, right? Generally, I don't, there's no north-facing anything in my apartment because it just doesn't, the walls don't work. So unfortunately, Ganesh is not facing north as it should. But so I come outside, right? And my neighbors, the end of my patio faces due north, right? North and south. And so, but I come home and there's my neighbor with a giant, right below me, concrete. And it's like, I literally pull up and it's like, I've been doing Ganesh for 3 months. This is how the universe can work if you allow it to happen, right? So there's this giant 2-foot concrete, must have weighed like 20 pounds or more, Ganesh, adorned Ganesh, sitting and like facing me in the parking lot. I'm like, what the heck? So I look up and there he is. And so, yeah, he's since moved out, but there's no coincidences in your universe. If you start working with Ganesh and then your neighbor drops a giant concrete Ganesh, and every time you park, Ganesh is staring. So every time I got out of the car, it's like, hi, Ganesh. Ganesh. Every single, he's staring at me. And so it's like, don't know what it's all energetics, but at the same time, there are lots. And can you notice that in your universe, right? Can you see the coincidences and the threads in your universe? And I think Saint Germain might want to discuss that today. A lot of us, do we see those threads and coincidences, like coming home from just being out and about, and all of a sudden you see a giant concrete Ganesh, and you're like, wait a minute, is that hey, Ganesh? You've been talking, hey, see those threads in your universe. It's pretty crazy. Chloe, I had a kitty named Moo. Okay, cool. It's something you don't drive home to ever. Yeah, that's something, no kidding. Good. It was amazing to see Ganesh. It's like, wait a minute. So yeah, can you see the threads in your universe? That's the question Saint Germain wants to ask you guys. As the threads are all there, everything kind of loops back and swings around there. Love Ganesh. He's helped me in many ways via directly where there was no, exactly, there's no denying. And you know what? I frankly don't, anybody who sits there and then maybe watching this and like, what are you guys talking about? You're crazy. There's no Ganesh or what? Tell me that in my universe. Tell me there's no dragons either. I'll send you guys, if you go to my channel there, right, on the community page, dragons are just as equally as real. There's a picture of my dragon. All these things that we see that we don't see that we see, if you know what I mean, they're as real as, yeah, exactly. I'm going to leave it at that. Start working with Ganesh. Watch what happens in your universe. It's pretty amazing. And once you start working with Ganesh, then what will happen is, and it's automatic. About a year later, Lakshmi came in. You got to be open to receive Lakshmi, and that's where Ganesh and Lakshmi work together, right? So you have Ganesh. I'm just putting these over. You have Ganesh. I have a drum, an actual like hand drum, sitting right here, which actually works well as a paper holder, and I got a notebook on top of it, and my cards right on top of, on top of my drum. So maybe one day we can do some drumming during Good Dawning there. But you know what's crazy is I moved to Boulder County, Colorado. In Cincinnati, where I used to live, I get an update once a week from a group that does drumming, right? Public drumming. I moved to Boulder, Colorado. There's no public drumming. Cincinnati, Ohio, conservative as all get out. I can find drumming in 5 minutes. Out here this spring, I may have to start my own drumming circle because there's a paid drumming circle, but I'm not paying $20 to drum, but there's no free like community drums, which is really weird for Boulder. When you think Boulder, right? There's like 5 cities in America that you would like loop together, like Boulder, Madison, Wisconsin. What is it? North Carolina there. All the hippie cities in America. Sometimes when you put yourself out there, your mind gets on the spot and you start memorizing. So like, wait, what cities were they? But you get the idea. Those the hippie cities, right? More Morgantown, West Virginia could be one, theoretically. Yeah, all those. Ithaca, New York's another hippie city. If you ever been, I hitchhiked up to. We'll give some stories out today. When I hitchhiked around, I ended up in Ithaca, New York for 2 weeks. That was our week and a half at a rainbow gathering. That was fun. Yeah, so all these towns generally would be the same. So you think Boulder, Colorado would have a public drumming? Nope, nothing. Not one thing. Nothing that I've ever found. So in 4 years. So who knows? Maybe we'll start a drum circle of our own this spring, summer. But yeah, that's ridiculous. But I'm surprised they don't ticket you for a public. Boulder was second only to Haight-Ashbury in the 60s and 70s. Boulder's an interesting place. I'm not going to get karmic about it, but if you want to see what Boulder is like, I'm going to take a picture one day. It's a poster from the late 1980, and it's a poster with Robin Williams on it, right? He used to live Boulder. In 1980 was Nanu, right? I could take you over to the Mork and Mindy house, right? It's since been painted, but it's just around the corner from Pearl Street. And of course, the mall from Mork and Mindy is the Pearl Street Mall, theoretically. But yeah, so but nonetheless, Boulder is an interesting spot. Boulder is it's an energy all unto itself. It's its own spiritual universe, but you got to make sure you have the money to participate. So leave it like that. Michael Sandler. I call him Sadler, but he's Michael Sandler, Adam Sandler's cousin. He came from Boulder and from some private. He met his wife in some like private meditation club in Boulder. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, Boulder's definitely an interesting space, and it would make sense that Boulder has no public drumming, but would charge you $20 to hang out and drum in a circle there, which I would never do. All right, you used to hang out on Pearl Street Mall. Loved it. I could go there. Exactly. You know what, Karen? That's exactly correct. I would park down, and Karen might know this, park down in the free zone on Pearl Street, which is about 5 or 10 blocks, about a half a mile from the actual mall. And yeah, and I could do that in the springtime. And you'll see me. I'm going to actually try to do things like that. You may see a good dawning from Pearl Street one day. I'm going to do all kinds of crazy stuff once it gets a little warmer out. We don't have to just go to the park, right? But I just got to get up early to do it. But yeah, we could do good dawning all over the place, and maybe one day I'll do good dawning from Pearl. Because at this time of day on Pearl Street Mall, it's sane enough that I could do the actual entire show, and it would be all right if it's a microphone, of course. Without the microphone, it'd be a little, but yeah. I used to get mango smoothies and the best tuna sandwich. I had a tuna sandwich last night there's a place called Chiba Hut out here. Chiba Hut is a marijuana-themed restaurant. Look it up, Chiba Hut. So I got they have blunts and spliffs, and so I got a blunt sandwich. I'm not joking. It's the large sandwich is called a blunt, and so I got a blunt of tuna, the Pacific Blue. I only eat fish. I guess you would call it I'm not a vegan. I'm a pescatarian, so I eat seafood, but not that often because I don't like to heavy metal. Right? The only heavy metal I do is listen to occasionally, but I do not like to eat heavy metals. Right? So you eat too much seafood these days. How did I spell it? Haha, sounds like my kind of joint. Yeah, literally, you walk in there and the whole place is there's like record flats, but all over the walls, concert posters, and yeah, there's a really interesting psychedelic drawing of Longmont, Colorado in there, and yeah, but the whole place is so you can get and every sandwich is named after a strain, right? So you can get the AK-47 or the you get the idea here, right? You just pick a strain and they pretty much have it as a sandwich. So exactly. So if you want the GMO, it's all up. It's smelly, but you can eat it. But yeah. I'm a pescatarian too. There we go. Being a pescatarian though is people look at you like, well, how can you only? I don't know, and it's weird because really I don't want to eat anything with a face. But ninja mode meeting. All right, Truth Wave is in ninja mode there, so he's in the background there. It's only names, not part of an ingredient. There we go. But yeah, so I ate my blunt last night. Crazy, isn't it? But yeah. So grateful, guys. Welcome to everybody who's here. I don't know about you, but are you guys feeling the shift? And when I say the shift, as And I'm talking about within the past like week. Has anybody in this chat felt like their universe is gone like this, right? And going, not in a bad way, but you were walking in one direction and all of a sudden it's like, you're going this way now. And we're going to take all for myself. There's always been, and it's just the way it is. And I'm not going to be karmic about who I am or anything. It's just what it is. There's always been that little quiet twinge of like anxiety. I mean, it used to be like this, right? And as you get, now it's like that. But now it's like that. It's gone. There used to be all kinds of like worries, right? I mean, I'm being honest. My finances at the moment, I'm doing the best. We do take donations here on the channel. I am grateful, but you get the. I mean, yeah, I'm door dashing. I'm not door dashing for my car's pleasure there, if you know what I mean, right? And so yeah, but there's no more worry anymore, and it's like it's all gone. I don't know what's. Have you guys felt that big shift as well over the past? Big Dad, hope you had an amazing birthday there, Neil. But yeah, did you feel that shift in yourself over the past few days? Because I know that I have really the past week, and it seems to be growing. It's not even getting any different. It's like as time keeps moving forward, there's like this more solidness that keeps coming in. All of the old things that I used to think are gone. Old habits, in a lot of ways, are fading. The urge to do certain things, trauma reactions, right? A lot of the trauma reactions that I would live in, the things that I would do that were self-soothing, right? Calming to myself, in order to, just kind of get through the day, aren't needed anymore. It's like I'm stepped into a new frame. Ever since we did Jared's on, Scotty Boy's got it. Thank you. Scotty Boy. Dingle on that one. I don't disagree. I mean, I've been sick. I've been sick in 10 years. I never got the COVID, any flu, nothing. It never, I don't know, it just, right, exactly. But I never got anything. Moving phlegm. Good deal. But yeah, so I'm going to go with Scotty on that one. Ever since, and if you didn't even if you did not participate in the all-nighter there, with Jared that a bunch of us did do, Huda, if you're not sure whom he is. And you can check out his information on my community page. If you weren't there, I'm guaranteeing you're still feeling some sort of shift in your universe, to say the least there, because I know that I am. And you know what it's like to walk around without having any worry and just like total trust? Yeah, it's nothing I ever thought I could experience. And it's amazing. It's like the cortisol. Yeah, the nighter was amazing. It's like the cortisol is like gone. It's like my weight's coming down. I've lost like 10 pounds in like a week and a half. So I have no idea, but it's just been amazing. You haven't been sick in over flu-wise in 10 years. Favor, same here, Karen, until now, but now it's over. So I don't see myself as sick. It's just moving energies anyways. Ooh, pardon me. Exactly. It's all a game anyways. I think my travels built up my immunity. Yeah, of the few vaccines I got in the military there, 2 of them I had no idea what they gave me. They were atropine injections, right? So they give the big air gun and they go, come here, line up. Next. Next. And so you don't even know what you're, and two of those I have no idea. The rest were like flu, and one was the typhoid vaccine, I think typhoid or something like that. So I can go into the jungle now and not get sick. But all right, so let's work with. So if you're feeling the new energies as I am, breathe easy, let it go, let your universe ride this wave, because we are the front line, and we're living the new energy, and we're stepping right into it. So there's a take yourself easy. There's a Grateful Dead song that says, take yourself easy. Dun, dun, dun. So just take it easy, because it's let it all come in. I think at this point we don't have to do much other than ride the waves and let it all come in. Do your 5 to 10, 10% of your universe. If you need a job, throw out the resumes and such, but let the universe give it to you. If you let all that worry go, it's all coming in. All right, so let's work with the. We're going to do a channeling. We're going to work with the adventuring as well, and yes, we will see where we end up here. Of course, with a group hug at the end. Been experienced not only macro shifts but micro shifts. Yes. And Ben, send me if you would. I got a question for you. Send me an email if you would at Mr. Floyd Jennings with an S at gmail.com. If you would, there, Ben Bacon Bits. Much appreciated. One thing we don't see eye to eye, Josh. I don't care for the Grateful Dead. Gosh, I should delete. No, I don't care. You can care for whomever you like. That's the whole point of the universe. That's the whole point. When you find somebody who's musically like, oh, I don't like the Grateful Dead. All right, I love you. What do you like? There's 8 billion expressions on this planet, and Lord knows there's 8 billion. There's probably 7 billion people who find the Grateful Dead kind of interesting, if not distasteful. In some way, it doesn't matter. You know what? It doesn't really matter. It's a matter of we're all love, and it's like blasphemy. No, it's not. Not at all, Karen. Not at all. You know what? We all liked it. That's the whole cool thing about being source, guys, is that, we can't, who the hell would judge somebody for what they like? Really, that's to me, that's almost insane, right? Because it's your source. You're just a different expression of source. We don't all have to like the same. Some people, I can't stand a cucumber here, but I guarantee most of you would probably eat one. If I eat a cucumber, I feel like I'm going to hurl, but I'll eat a pickle all day long. So we all have different tastes, right? We all have different things. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be listening to your hardcore rap, but it's just not my thing. But at the same time, some of you may like it. And you know what? Source gets to experience every little nook and cranny of humanity through each one of us. And if we were all the same, then Source would experience the same thing. And it's cool that Source experiences, as we're Source, right? So we experience different things. So Source has, the greater Source field is the bigger Source, is all Source, right? And so as what we're experiencing, Source in general experiences all of it. And so if it was all the same, no way. You don't like blasphemy. I know, I can't stand a cucumber. They're celery too. I don't know what it is. Peanut butter and celery. Oof. Yeah. But that's just me. I love peanut butter. I just can't stand celery. Whoever invented celery can. All right. Yes. Whoever was the when God's like doing vegetables, and you're like broccoli's human made. If you didn't realize, broccoli and cauliflower are crossbreeds that became human vegetables. Cauliflower especially, but spinach, right? God's making spinach and carrots. He made me allergic to carrots. If I ate a carrot, I drop dead. I go into anaphylactic shock if I eat a raw carrot, which is really crazy because there's no way to be allergic. I don't know how you're allergic to a carrot, but we figured that out once. I'm sitting in a meeting with a bunch of friends and meeting a bag of baby carrots, and the next thing I'm at the VA hospital on a the breathing machine. There we go. Not a ventilator like a vent, but with the oxygen mask and albuterol being pumped through it so that I could breathe. That was real fun. But celery, meh, too stringy. Good in soup, though. No, not at all. And it's not good in tuna fish. That's why I'm grateful I go to Chiba Hut. They do not put celery in their tuna fish salad, which is disgusting. But celery with ranch and wings. Yeah, except, no, I don't do the wings anymore, but wings were my favorite. I deliver wings for DoorDash all the time. And you can go in my car right now. It smells like a fast food joint. It's truly. And then the other day I bought a chai, right? Here's the craziness. I bought this chai from Starbucks. I'm DoorDashing 2 days ago. And I pick up the chai and the whole bottom of the cup. This is Starbucks, mind you. So I took a picture of it. Next time I go back to Starbucks, I'll see if they'll replace it. But the whole bottom of the cup broke and the whole chai went right into the cup holder. It was hilarious. It's like, wow, wait a minute. Never actually seen that happen. But I guess they're putting less forever chemicals. Keep that in mind if you're ever drinking out of a plastic or a paper cup. How do you think paper cups hold liquid? Generally, paper and liquid don't go too well together, do they? Things that make, we're going to do an episode of things that make you go, Liquid in a paper cup. How's that happen? Forever chemicals. But I love you, nonetheless. They are aligned, yes, with forever chemicals. That's honestly. I only shop once a month. So well, Karen, give me a holler there. I'm down the street. If you need fresh produce, we can work something. I DoorDash to your neighborhood. I DoorDash to Dacono, so I can bring fresh veggies. We can do that. Like paper straw. You ever? Oh God, Boulder County banned plastic straws, and so Boulder City did, not Boulder County. And so in Boulder, if you want a straw, they give you a paper straw, right? And if you actually read the last scientific documentation on paper straws, they're carcinogenic, and so then they dissolve in your food drink too. So never use a paper straw. Always just opt to drink out of the cup instead. But yeah, no, I have metal straws here. But all right, so let's do some channeling here and see what we've got. This has been great. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot more looseness out of me, a little more just talky and stuff because just exactly. But yeah, let's channel here. Who should anybody got an idea? Who me too? Love broccoli and cauliflower in my wild. Yeah, generally at this point, all I do is make rice. I've got this really great like ginger garlic soy sauce and then just veggies. It's as simple as that. And over the past week, I've probably lost like 10 pounds. I've had this Do Good hoodie in my. It's a medium, but it's medium is different based on the. This is the smallest medium I've ever put my body into. But yeah, it hasn't fit at all. I've had it for like 6 months or even longer. I got it over the summer, and yeah, it only fit finally today. So grateful. But me too. Rice and veggies almost every. Yeah, it's just easy. Mushrooms. I'm a mushroom fanatic. But yeah, there's a mushroom place. If you go to the farmers market here in Longmont, there's a mushroom guy. He grows like lion's mane and all the wild mushrooms and stuff, and ooh, oyster, like really fresh oyster mushrooms and shiitakes. Good stuff. But ooh, mushrooms way more. You get some good oyster mushrooms and like really good stuff. Trumpets and stuff. They can cost you more than like buying a steak or a good piece of fish. To be honest with you, but of course in Colorado we have other kinds of mushrooms too. So yeah. So actually in the active process of trying to manifest a new stock, right? I had all those golden teachers that I had. So like once every 2 weeks, I was taking those golden teachers, and a lot of that's a big help in my universe. Honestly, to take a big like 4 grams of shrooms at once, yeah, it's crazy. But I'll do like 3, 4, 5 grams of shrooms in one fell swoop. It's like a month. It's like a year's worth of therapy in like 5 hours, right? I may be curled up on the couch, but whatever's going on at that time, it's going to come out. It's going to come out big time. If you have the chutzpah, it's kind of ballsy to jam yourself up like that because you're going to be locked down for a couple hours, 6 hours in space. And if you've never been there before, I don't really recommend anybody ever doing that unless you shroomed. You start with 1 gram, 2 grams, then 2.25 grams, and go from there. But yeah, anything over 4 grams is generally considered a heroic dose. But not like the time that I ate an entire. And I don't know. I think I probably told this story when I was at Hookahville. I may not have. And I bought a bag of shrooms. I don't know if I told this story. And if there's a specific person watching, then she'll be fascinated. But yeah, so I went to it's called Hookahville. It's at Buckeye Lake in Ohio, and Acoustic Hookah. I don't even think they're still around, but Acoustic Hookah was playing, and so was Arlo Guthrie, which was amazing, right? And who's someone you don't channel often, Josh? Who I don't channel often? Either Sekhmet, probably Sekhmet would be the least, or White Buffalo Calf Woman's been coming up a lot lately. Archangel Raphael is probably the least I've channeled, so we'll channel Archangel Raphael. Buffalo Calf Woman. Okay, yeah, you can. We got there. All right, I might have you dash me some shrooms. I can just bring you some shrooms. As a matter of fact, Karen, text message me offline. If you really want some shrooms, I got to go to Sam's Club, and they have these not the white mushrooms, but the brown ones, for like $6 in a big container, and they last a while. So, and they're generally, I would not recommend buying produce from Sam's Club because if you ever watch the Walmart watermelon deal, watch Walmart and type in Walmart watermelon, and they'll watch what. You can peel your watermelon too, right? You should never be able to peel the green off a watermelon. I'm going to leave it at that. And your watermelon should not be a piece of rubber. But generally, I don't buy produce from Sam's Club because of that, because it all comes from the same generalized source. But the mushrooms are really good and they're organic too. And they're like $7 for a big 5-pound thing of mushrooms. Laura B and her awesome energetics. We love you. Thank you. Welcome, Laura, from last night. If you did not catch Laura, please do. But yeah, so I accidentally ended up taking about a half an ounce, somewhere over a 1/4 ounce. I don't know really how much. I just found this guy with a backpack who said, hey, And I said, hey, can I buy some of your shrooms? He said, that's what I'm sitting here for. And I said, okay. He said, how much? I said, how about $40? He said, okay. And so he fills up a baggie about halfway, and because he had a whole backpack full of shrooms. And so he hands me the baggie, and I just ate the entire baggie. And I'll leave you to your imagination. Yeah, I was literally walking around Hookahville, and it was like 99. And people, like, somebody came up to me and said, did you just eat all those shrooms? I'm like, oh, crap. I was like, yeah, I was hungry. I didn't think about it. She's like, well, you're going to be feeling about it. And I don't remember much. I remember seeing Bob Weir. Bob Weir was playing with Rat Dog. Rat Dog is Bob Weir is the lead singer of the Grateful Dead. He was playing with Rat Dog, right? And so I walk up to the crowd, and there was like 10,000 people on the grass there. And I walk into the crowd, and it's like the show was, I don't remember any of the show. It was just, so moral is, do not eat an entire not eat an entire quarter bag of shrooms. You won't remember anything. And I said a few things that the foot and mouth disease back then. I used to have big foot and mouth disease. I used to say things that would karmically explode my universe without even realizing I would do so. And so because I was on shrooms, no less, and pretty much obliterated on shrooms. And literally on planet number 9, yeah, I said a few things and burned off a few friendships that night. But yeah, nonetheless. So yeah, be careful if you're going to take a quarter ounce of shrooms, give or take. Stay home. Do not do it in public, and do not say karmic things to your friends. But all right, so let's channel here. I got a white buffalo calf woman from Millie, and it's either her or Archangel Raphael is my least channeling. So we're going to do white buffalo calf woman today as well. I always do complete life changes. My body type is hardest to lose weight. It's a whole process, exercise and particular food loss. 65 pounds in holy cow, Chloe. 65 pounds in 2 months. I'm doing the Chloe weight loss program. That's amazing. And kept it off for many years. When I first got into the dark night, just as the clouds were coming in, and I don't know if anybody else can remember what it felt like going into the dark night of the soul, but it literally had its own feeling, and it's nothing that I'm feeling now, but it felt like this whole universe was going like this on me. I went from 210 pounds-ish, 220, to 140 in 8 months. And so, yeah, I ended up dropping into the dark night. And so the eating went away. And so a lot of you guys, when you're in your dark night there, or when we don't eat as much, right? So I ate once. I just ended up doing intermittent fasting and ate every single day at like 7 o'clock and just one meal. But safe and favored travels there, Millie. All right, so we're going to channel white buffalo calf woman and see what we get today. And yeah, so all right, I started channeling, but then I'm going to stop here for a minute. If you're new here, keep this in mind. This is all I do to bring myself into channeling, and it's really just clearing the energies that are around me and kind of opening up my field to channel whomever I'm going to bring in. I'm an open channel, and so what that means is that there's no toning. Otherwise, you don't see like what Daniel Scranton does or anybody else who is a trans channeler. There are plenty of open channelers too. So the best way I can describe it, it's like popping a clutch on a car downhill. The Karate Kid and the station wagon scene, when she pops the clutch on the car and on Move It Huskies, and they move the car down the hill, and then they go to golf and stuff, right? And there you go. So let's pop the clutch and go to golf and stuff together, and see what white buffalo calf woman has to say today. So I've heard the horror stories about the side effects of Ozempic. Oh God, yeah, I've heard. Come on, people, trust. If you're going to take Ozempic, I love you, but I know people who have done so and then continue to eat fast food and all the junk, and it's like, come on, people. Don't take Ozempic and then be karmic to your body. It's not going to work very well. You want to see the horror stories. Favor, your mom takes it. Hopefully she's eating healthier. That's the idea, is that you take Ozempic and then you eat healthy and your body adjusts. If you still eat that high-fat diet, it's going to screw you up. I'm not. My sister was sad and would cry when I would eat her food. Okay. All right. Went from 230 to 140 after surgery on my back. That's about what I did. Exactly, Big Dad. Favor Neil. So yeah, we all get it. And now it's like, if you're in the dark night, if you're anywhere awake, not everybody, and there's no absolutes in any of this, but most people who are awakening in some fashion, yeah, they end up losing weight. They end up. It's natural. It just happens. It's like. Don't even do any. It just kind of falls into place. And of course, guys, do not forget, and I keep forgetting to state that, today at the top of the hour, 10 a.m., my time, or noon if you're on the East Coast, or if you're Scotty, it's only 9 o'clock in the dawning there. Scotty, how you get such extra time? But you got to be up so early to hang with us, though. But yeah, we have Krista. Blindly Inspired will be live with PG. So always look forward to that. So keep that today at, and of course, Conversations with Christy. She might be live at the bottom of the hour as well. But yeah, so let's jump into a channeling here and see what we get. So we're going to pull in White Buffalo Calf Woman. And if you buy shrooms, do not eat the entire bag of shrooms if you're hungry. Put them away. Do not. I really wasn't thinking. I was like, ooh, dried mushrooms. I'm very short. I don't need many calories as other people. Haha. Yeah, I know. I could live on like 700 calories a day. I'm at 5'3", 5'4". Whatever my fit. I used to be 5'5" or 5'4.5", but now it's like 5'4" or 5'3.5", because you every 20 plus years you lose a half an inch because your spine compresses. So if you want to measure yourself in your true length, lay down for 10 minutes flat on the floor with your arms out to your side, lay down flat, then stand up and immediately measure yourself. Immediately. That you'll be, or have somebody measure you with measuring tape while you're laying on the floor. After your spine is rolled out, you still have to give it a couple minutes. And that's the only way you're going to tell what your real height is, because your spine acts like an accordion in a lot of ways, and it compresses. 5'2", and yeah, we're all short. It's kind of an interesting deal. I don't think there's any too many 6-footers in the audience. It's interesting how that works. I don't eat sugar the week of my cycle. Otherwise, I don't even want it. Blessed. Yeah, I'm not doing much sugar anymore. Any real sugar myself either. All right. White Buffalo Calf Woman here. We are grateful for all of you being here today. As you ascend, although what is really ascension? As you release your lower vibrations, right? You step in to your higher vibration, which is your ascended self. You are just lowering your vibration to step onto a clear path with a higher vibration. Are you not? You can see it as however you choose. White Buffalo Calf Woman, grab the feather. But you can. She wanted me to put the feather in my ear. I don't know why, but so I'm doing so. So you can, from your end, walk any path you choose. It's up to you how you choose to see your universe. White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking for you today to understand, how are you seeing your universe? Are you walking the karmic path? Are you walking the higher vibrational path? Are you walking a loving path? And is your path clear? Do you see your path crowded with shrubbery and obstacles? Maybe rocks that you have to climb over. Maybe there's a tree trunk that has fallen in your path. Are you allowing to see your path clear, open, and available to you? Can you breathe easy? White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you to choose the clear path, to breathe easy, and to allow yourself to walk the easier path. Lots of you choose the harder road. You get stuck in karmic relationships. You get stuck in old dramas. You get stuck in old fears. You are not seeing when the bird is circling over you, clearing your energies. You are not seeing when the path is diverging, the right path to take. Can you slow down in your universe and see which way the bird is guiding you on the path? Which path is clear and which path will lead you to rocks and obstacles that you would have to climb over like a tree stump that has fallen over the path. As you Breathe easier. Slowing down in your universe. Centering in on yourself. Are you grounding into your intuition and allowing yourself to feel into your path? White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you to learn to feel with your intuition into the right path for you. So you, like Robert Frost, are standing at a fork in a road. The question White Buffalo Calf Woman asks of you, which road will you take? Can you find the less traveled road? Can you find the road that is appropriate for you? Can you see the signs for the road you are supposed to take? Can you see where the eagle is soaring? Where the air looks clear? And where your heart, are you utilizing your heart? Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you right now. Are you reaching into yourself and feeling into your intuition? That is a good question. White Buffalo Calf Woman wants you to ask yourselves when you have a divergent path. Are you utilizing your intuition, your heart chakra, your inner higher self to guide you on the right path? Or are you in fear, in karmic energies, unsure of yourself because you are still full of traumas? You are still full of trauma. Then White Buffalo Calf Woman asks for you to find the field, to find some place to ground yourself, to put your feet on the ground where you might be reaching for the stars. Can you do that when you come up to the path? What do you do? Do you put your hand on your heart? Do you slow down? Do you meditate into it? Do you lean into your highest self? And the path could be anything from, I need to find a new job, to, I'm looking to move, to, I want to create a business. How do you diverge your universe from where it is now to making that left or right on the path? Are you in meditation? Are you seeing your larger universe? That means, are you looking forward? Are you seeing the threads that your universe is already telling you? A lot of us are not paying attention to those threads. If you are, you might already know which way to go when the path diverges. Regardless, Mother Gaia gives you all the answers. Where's the bird flying to? Are you calm by the water? Which path looks clearer? Which one has clear skies? Can you see the way the wind is blowing? And can you feel into your heart? Mother Gaia will, with your feet firmly planted on the ground, give you the answers that you are looking for within yourself as to the direction you need to take. When you are in balance with yourself, when you are in balance with your universe, you are in balance with Mother Gaia, you step into what's called the flow, right? And it all works seamlessly. You are walking the path, and you would know. Is the divergent left or right? Which way? To the left. No, to the right. You feel it. You see it. You don't question it. And you walk it. When you are not in your flow, when you are still in your darkness, you run into the divergence in the path. And then you hit a trauma block, most of us, right? What do? We run into our trauma body. We start to panic. We start to feel fear. We do not know which way we are going. Do keep in mind, your universe is not going to tell you the outcome of the left or right path that you choose to take. Your universe is going to show you through your actions the real results of the path you've taken. It is up to you to feel into your path. Are you journaling? It is important. Are you feeling the energies of your day? And are you grounding with Mother Gaia? Are you putting your feet on the ground? It is getting warmer for a lot of you. Can you put your feet on the ground? Can you sit with your hands on the ground, if nothing else? And can you put your anus on the ground instead of leaving it out in the space? The question for you from White Buffalo Calf Woman is, can you merge yourself with Mother Nature and allow Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, to wash over you so that you can get cleansed, so that you can find the right path? This is all your responsibility. To align yourself with the vibrations to find your path is your responsibility. White Buffalo Calf Woman, Mother Isis, nor Sekhmet or anybody else can place your path in front of you and tell you to walk it. You, through your intuition, through grounding, merging yourself with the stars and the sky, by watching the eagles fly, by capturing the golden eagle in your universe, by flowing with the water, and by seeing yourself no different from the whole of it all. The answers will come to you when you slow down. Can you allow yourselves to slow down? White Buffalo Calf Woman is asking you of that. And can you see yourself no different and not disconnected, but the same as Mother Gaia? Just as the grass sprouts up from the dirt, put your feet on the ground and sprout into Mother Gaia's energies. She will tell you which path to take. Clearing your traumas will allow you to feel into which path to take. And watching the eagle or the hawk soar overhead will also guide you as to which path to take. Can you watch the flow of the waves, the setting of the sun, and find yourself where you are meant to be? Trust in White Buffalo Calf Woman, for it is my job to help you walk the right path for you. There are 8 billion of you on this planet. If any of you are thinking that your path is right for somebody else, we are going to school you right now. How dare you? Your path is unique to you. Your horse that guides you down your path is unique to you. Your energy signature is unique to you. And the way you receive and transmit those energies is unique to you. The way you see through your real eyes, your universe, how you interpret the clouds, the sun, the moon, and the stars is different from everybody else. Can you allow your path to be yours uniquely and allow others' paths to be uniquely theirs? There are 8 billion of you on this planet, living in 8 billion different manners. Allow for their uniqueness. For you are source to recognize that. You would allow for 8 billion different reactions and transactions and ways source can be on this planet. So as you step into your path, where the roads diverge, slow down. If you get to the Y in the road, and you are not sure, sit down, meditate. Put your hands on Mother Gaia. Look to the sky and follow the eagles. Look to the moon. Allow for the flow of the water to flow through you. and ground into Mother Gaia for the flowing amber waves of grain, the beautiful skies, the flowing and floating clouds, all have an answer for you. And when in doubt, ask a tree. All right, I'm back. So there we go. No ending other than ask a tree. So when in doubt, ask a tree. Trees have more knowledge than you would ever know. Have you ever hugged a tree? Energy, pardon me. And I don't know why she asked me to put this feather in my ear, but she did. So there it is. But I'm going to put it back behind usually it's hanging out behind the phone. Adds energy, but note it is a white feather. White and gray. So it's two energies. But every feather, different colors have different energies within them. There we go. Back to. Hang on a second. Pushing down some energy. White buffalo, that was strong because I could feel it. All right, so we're going to quickly seal this up here, close this out. This has already been an hour. So yeah, from your end there, allow white buffalo calf. You've got a divergent path, right? Two paths meet in the woods. Which one are you going to take? Slow down. Let the universe see it all. Take in the bigger picture, and you'll know which one to take. It's not hard. But you ask a tree. I'm not kidding. Have you ever asked a tree anything? I'm gonna leave that alone. I love you all. Every single time I take a walk, at best, I try to at least tap every single tree that I see, thank them for the oxygen that I breathe, and tell them I love you. I'll leave it at that. All right, so we're gonna work with the 5 minutes, and then we're gonna seal this up. All right, Kiss. Oh my God, I watched a reading earlier that said you will see a white feather today as your sign. Star. Here's your sign. I love being somebody's sign. It's awesome. I love being the synchronicities in somebody's universe. It makes me amazing. All right, this one goes out. This feather goes out to Kiss. And this would be considered a white feather. Not totally, but it's enough. Love it. That's what I'm talking about. That's the synchronicities. Can you start to see those in your universe? White buffalo calf woman's asking you to see them through nature first. Millie, with the deer in her backyard, synchronicities, right? Her cute chipmunk that she's videotaped, or her woodpecker, just as an example. Star, you will see a white feather today. Exactly. All right. Adventurine, adventure, no D. Aventurine, there we go, is good for breathing. I kept it on my chest last night, and it helped to break up the phlegm. Of course, it's heavy, so banging it on my chest also helped as well, right? Not banging it. I got my ankh in there, and that kind of hurt. I hit my ankh and went touche. So yeah, bang it. And of course, this is also good for adventure, and it's also good for abundance. So I keep this in the southeast corner of my home, which is your abundance corner, right? So in my kitchen, in the window, next to I have a tea diffuser that's full of tea as well as an offering. And so I keep these there. And you know what? I ain't been broke yet. Grateful. Bills are getting paid. So just keep reaching out there, right? And just keep trusting. All right, so here we go, guys. All right, so energetics only works with your permission. We're going to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to close this off with a really quick group hug. All right, so if you want to stick around, that's great. If you want to leave, I understand. Or if Christy is live and you want to split some of the energies, I respect that as well. So here we go, guys. All right, I am grateful if you do stick around. All right, so what I'm doing here, and you may feel this in your lungs. You may feel this. I do. I'm going to burp. If I burp, then I know it's definitely working in my lungs. I already feel it moving. I can feel this in my root and sacral chakras, but I can also feel this in my crown chakra as well. But if you want to ground into this, there's 2 ways to do so. 3 ways. You can ground into the abundance of adventuring. There we go. I always want to say adventure. Adventuring. See, it's breaking up the phlegm. You can ground into the breathing aspect, the health aspects of it as well. Or you can just ground into the calming aspects of the green aventurine itself. But if you want some adventure, and then grab some aventurine. There we go. All right. This is the only crystal that I have, by the way, that did not come, generally speaking, from Chloe. I got this at the store when it was 50% off, but they do not have any more aventurine pillars. And speaking of which, Peachy came for the energetics. Oh, how awesome. That's Chloe's cat. So cats do like energetics. If you have a cat, not so much dogs. Dogs will look at you like, what are you doing? But if you have a cat who lives in the 5D already, they live in their own dimension. Cats can straddle 3, 4, and 5 like walking a tightrope, like it's nothing. You ever watch a cat look around in a room, like, and you're like, what the heck? And they've lost their mind and they're following a fly or something with their eyes, but there's nothing there. There's something there. Your cats can see your guides, most likely. Your cats, if you are invoking somebody and the energy starts to come in, will see that or feel that, most likely. I'm not a cat, but from what I've understood. And if you want to find out if your place is haunted, right? If you have a haunted house, certain cats, get a black cat, good. Certain cat breeds can pick that energy up as well, right? You ever seen a cat walk into a haunted room and their hair stands up, their tail goes nuts, and you're like, what the heck? And like, and then they run out of the room. All right, so we're going to close this off here in a moment, but again, grounding into this either with health, wealth, or adventure. Adventure. There you go. So we're all three. For myself, you can hear my nose is starting to run. My chest is opening up, so I'm getting. You can hear it. My voice is getting raspy. That means the stuff in my chest is actually breaking up. Just by using the aventurine, and I plan to, while Krista's live, use it, hold it against my chest. All right, guys, we're going to seal this up here. And I don't think we have anything off otherwise scheduled until Sunday with different than Sunday night with Krista there, but will be our next evening live. Tonight at 9:45, I will be at Truthwave. Hope to see you guys there. That's 9:45 East Coast time, 7:45 mine. So that's why it's not always so easy. If you guys are on Truthwave there at 9:45 p.m., it's almost like you're home, you're chill. 7:45, you're still kind of out there sometimes doing your universe. So it's or at the whatever it is, grocery store or whatnot. Yolanda, we love you. And of course, Sunday night, those who've applied, the Akashic practice. But can any of you see the energy in the air? I can. It's like looks like waves of. You ever look off a radiator and you see the heat waves? That's the energy in the air. Can any of you see auras? That's the question. I can see auras, but I can't see colors. We'll cancel that. I have yet to see colors. Oh, burping. Oh, there we go. Pardon me. That's a good sign that the Aventurine's working. All right, we're going to seal this off and close off with a big old group hug. Oh, hey, Lindsay. I can see when I concentrate. There we go, breaking it up. Lovely. All right, so let's seal this off. And we're going to close out with an amazing group hug. All right, so I'm going to seal this by my hands. I started seeing it over the summer, usually only outside. Yesterday, I could see it when I was looking at my computer monitor because it creates a white screen. Yeah, so we can all see energy. If you really slow down and look, we can see the energy. Ever stare at your hand long enough? I mean, we're not talking like if you're on LSD and you see it moving around, but if you're like just normal and you stare at your hand, you might be able to see your own auric field. All right, we'll consider this sealed. So from your end, however you utilize the aventuring, may it work for you, favor in your universe there. And it's always the like the big crystals that you should if you're trying to have a well balanced collection, would definitely include some sort of piece of aventuring. So of course, we can always you can always email Chloe at chloejanemills82 at gmail for any aventuring that you might want. And if she doesn't have it in stock, she can order it. And I don't think she has a lot of aventuring, but yeah, I didn't even know about its capabilities to work on breathing until yesterday. And so I've been working with this thing almost nonstop, and I can breathe easy. Can you? Are you breathing easy? That's the question. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug. And like energetics, as we just did there, the group hug works just as well through the internet, right? And so we're going to pick our arms. Take your left arm up, buddy up, and everyone get into a big circle. And so take your left arm and drop it onto the shoulder behind the neck, of course, like we're cuddling up to the person to your left. And take your arm and place it to the person on your right as well. We're going to take a deep breath in real quick just to recenter. So take a breath in while we're holding as a group, right? So everybody ready? 1, 2, breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Because we don't leave things in 2, we want to do 3s, right? Universal law of 3. We breathe in one more time. And working retail at a store, the universal law of 3 is real. And breathe out. There's never a time where one customer comes in. It's always groups of 3. One customer, then another group, and then another group. But all right, so let's send some love. Take your left arm and send love out through your left arm into your right arm. It's going to circle back around and cut through your heart chakra. And you should be able to feel that when it comes through your heart there. And we're going to send that love in an ever faster spinning circle around each other while we do this. So keep that love spinning through each other. You'll feel it whipping through your heart chakra there and right back around, and then right back through your heart chakra and right back around, hopefully there, guys. All right, as we're holding that love and that high vibration circle and spinning that love up, just like the Great Hadron Collider, right? Or the Grand Hadron Collider there in Europe, we're spinning up our love faster and faster, but we're not going to collide. We're just going to keep spinning it up and let it send it up to the universe, right? So keep that love spinning. As we sit here and see everybody in the world spinning up the same love, right? We see the love that we're spinning up in the entire world. We see everybody walking in love. We see all those in anger switching to love. We see the universe raising its frequency, the earth, right? Raising its frequency in love. We see all those out there, come in, right? Who have no walls, with secure walls that they can live underneath and within. We see those who have pantries, but no food in them, with a plethora of food. And we see those with empty fridges as well, with full fridges, and those who do not have fridges, which is about 40% of this planet, with fridges, right? And secure walls. And if you do have a fridge, can you be grateful for it when you reach to it and complain that there's nothing in it? We see the world and everybody able to drink clean and quickly have access to clean, clear, and safe water. And we see everybody with safe shelter, right? Safe and clean clothes as well. Those who are hauling their clothes down to the river and bashing them against a rock to clean their clothes, we send them love and find a better way for them to live their universe. We see everybody out there who has financial insecurities. May their bank accounts be full. We see the governments of the world ordering their armies back home. And of course, the soldiers lowering their weapons, apologizing to those they would have killed otherwise, and shaking the hands of those they were once pointing their weapons at. We see the governments of the world defunding their militaries and using that money to do what? Raise the vibration on planet Earth, to give people 4 walls, to help people with food, and to bring love to this planet. We see those out there without hugs, right, with ready available hugs. We see those out there with karmic family members either mending those energies or finding peace within themselves. We see Henny running a marathon and living in an amazing new apartment or condo or mansion. We see Lindsay in an amazing new space with an amazing new future with tons of fresh fruit and vegetables in her universe. We see Chloe selling her treehouse of crystals online and making humongous orders and being the #1 crystal shop in all of USA online. We see all of you out there putting your universes together however you choose today, stepping into your highest frame, finding the clear and right path for you, following the eagle, following your heart, and going where the water will flow for you today. With that, we say, hallelujah, let it be so. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around for that. Big squishies to everybody there. I love that, Chloe. Squishy, squishy, squishies to everybody today. And if you do want a one-on-one session with me, send me an email, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. Absolutely. And I would be grateful. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you all for being here. Chloe, Scotty, Karen, Millie, Safe and Flavored Travels there, if you're still traveling. Neil, we love you. Shelly, Laura, Angela, everybody out there. If I'm missing you, I apologize. Fatima, everybody out there, thank you all for being here. As we grow together, or we fail together. We lift each other up. May you be remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. If you're still in your dark night of the soul, as you release your darkness to your highest self, you don't have to sit there and cry it out. If you know what the darkness is, release it. Find that peace. You release that, you step into your highest self, right? Your cells spread out. When you're in your darkness, your cells are like this, and they're not vibrating. As you spread out, your cells spread out. You bring more light through your body. Your cells vibrate and flash a lot faster. You are a faster individual, which means that you connect with the greater source field faster in your light body, which means that what you put out there returns in a much faster way, helping you to create your loving, living universe. Stay awesome. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you are, because you know what? You are. I love you, and I will see you all in the next 10 minutes. See y'all over at Krista's. At Blindly Inspired. Love you.